Welcome in on this Wednesday. You're watching First Shift. I'm Kristen Strakalaitis. Coming up, the New York Auto Show returns. But first, your morning headlines. And we'll start in the Big Apple. That's where the New York Automotive Forum was held Tuesday in advance of the New York Auto Show. Thomas King, president of the Data Analytics Division at J.D. Power, discussed the state of the retail market. Our Jamie Butters caught up with King to discuss the gap between consumer demand and inventory.
So how much pent-up demand is there? We've had two, really pretty depressed years.
Yeah. So we think, if you think about what's been missed, it's a couple of million retail sales, about 3 million fleet sales, and about 700,000 lost sales each quarter that goes by in the current environment. So there's a lot of deals that didn't happen. Now, obviously, not all of those will come back, particularly on the fleet side. The folks who needed to renew their rental fleet a year ago, well, they didn't do it, and so now it's a reset. But there's certainly well over 1 million to 2 million units of excess pent-up demand out there that needs to be sold before we can start to get the industry back to normal and start building up those inventory levels.
Meanwhile, Toyota's North American sales chief Bob Carter was also a featured speaker. The automaker is set to launch its fully electric BZ4X. Sales will be limited in the U.S., and Carter explained why Toyota isn't taking reservations for the EV.
Well, we want to be realistic because we know we're just starting this supply chain, and look, we don't want to take a lot of orders and have customers waiting for cars that they may never get. That's happening too often in this industry right now, and we don't want to inconvenience customers that way. So our dealers are doing a great job. They're writing orders for vehicles that they know we can get within a reasonable period of time. But the vehicles like the BZ4X, they're first going to be skewed towards the ZEV states. So if you're in Texas or Illinois or somewhere that's not a ZEV state, we don't want to take a lot of orders until we're ready with the supply chain that we can build them.
To view the full interviews with King and Carter, check out our YouTube page at youtube.com/automotive news. The Jeep Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer are growing. The automaker is showing off extended versions of the SUVs at the New York Auto Show. The variants are 12 inches longer than the standard models. The Wagoneer L and Grand Wagoneer L go on sale in the second half of the year. Pricing was not announced. And EV charger maker Wallbox has started construction of its U.S. plant in Arlington, Texas. The company says the factory will begin production in early fall and manufacture more than 250,000 units this year. The New York International Auto Show returns this week after a 2-year hiatus caused by coronavirus restrictions and concerns. Automakers are not back to their full level of pre-pandemic enthusiasm yet. However, a few manufacturers will show new electric vehicles, a hypercar, and yes, even good old-fashioned gasoline-powered models at the show. Hyundai will reveal the freshened 2023 Palisade. The large crossover features a wider cascading grille, updated front and rear fascias, and a new headlight design. Hyundai affiliate Kia will show the redesigned Niro subcompact crossover. It is available in hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and full electric variants. Kia also showing a fresh version of its popular Telluride crossover. Meanwhile, Nissan will debut an outdoorsy version of its redesigned Pathfinder midsize crossover. The Vietnamese automaker VinFast will display 3 upcoming electric crossovers. And Australian startup Dew's Automobiles will take the wraps off its Veyan electric hypercar. This year's event will also dedicate 250,000 square feet of floor space to EVs, which includes an indoor test track. The show opens to the public on Friday. Our Jack Halauer is there this week to bring you the latest on the vehicles being shown. Don't forget, Auto News Now comes your way this afternoon. Take care.